Hold on to your seats, Bulls fans. The NBA rumor mill is in overdrive, and Zach LaVine is at the center of it all. In a shocking turn of events, sources reveal that the Chicago Bulls are now actively shopping their star guard. Is this the end of an era in the Windy City? Where could LaVine land? And what does this mean for the future of the Bulls? Stick around as we break down this bombshell news that's set to shake up the entire league. The Zach LaVine trade saga starts now. Welcome to Chicago Bulls Updates. Are you a die-hard Chicago Bulls fan eager to stay on top of all the latest news, rumors, and trades? From trade speculations to roster changes, game highlights, and beyond, we cover it all to keep you informed and connected with your favorite team. Subscribe now and join our community to never miss a beat in the world of Chicago Bulls basketball. Now, let's focus on Zach LaVine. The two-time All-Star has been the face of the Bulls franchise since his arrival in 2017. His explosive scoring ability, improved playmaking, and highlight reel dunks have made him a fan favorite. However, questions about his ability to lead a team to championship contention have persisted. But today, we're not here to debate LaVine's on-court impact. We're here to discuss the bombshell report that just dropped regarding his future with the Chicago Bulls. According to multiple sources close to the team, the Bulls front office has officially made Zach LaVine available for trade discussions. You heard that right, folks. The Chicago Bulls are now actively exploring trade options for their franchise cornerstone. This is a seismic shift in the organization's approach, and it's sending shockwaves throughout the NBA. The Bulls' decision to make LaVine available for trade discussions didn't come out of nowhere. It's the result of a perfect storm of factors that have been brewing for some time. First and foremost, the team's performance has been underwhelming. Despite having a talented roster, the Bulls have struggled to consistently compete with the top teams in the Eastern Conference. Additionally, there have been rumblings of discontent within the locker room. While nothing has been officially confirmed, sources suggest that the chemistry between LaVine and some of his teammates, particularly DeMar DeRozan, may not be as strong as the team would like. Furthermore, LaVine's massive contract extension, which he signed in 2022, has put significant pressure on the Bulls' salary cap. With $215 million committed to LaVine over 5 years, the front office may be looking to create more financial flexibility to retool the roster. Now that the news is out, the question on everyone's mind is, where could Zach LaVine end up? Let's explore some potential trade partners that could make a play for the high-flying guard. New York Knicks. The Knicks have been in the market for a star player for years, and LaVine could be the perfect fit alongside Jalen Brunson. With a plethora of draft picks and young talent, the Knicks have the assets to make a compelling offer. Miami Heat. Pat Riley is always on the lookout for star power, and LaVine's scoring ability could take some pressure off Jimmy Butler. The Heat could offer a package centered around Tyler Herro and draft compensation. Dallas Mavericks. Pairing LaVine with Luka Doncic could create one of the most dynamic backcourts in the NBA. The Mavericks might be willing to part with players like Tim Hardaway Jr. and future picks to make it happen. Golden State Warriors. This might be a long shot, but the Warriors could look to shake things up by adding LaVine to their aging core. A package involving Andrew Wiggins and young talent like Jonathan Kuminga could be intriguing for both sides. Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers are always in the mix when star players become available. While their asset cupboard is relatively bare, they could try to get creative with a 3-team deal to land LaVine. The Bulls understand that they're dealing from a position of strength. LaVine is in his prime at 28 years old, has multiple All-Star appearances under his belt, and is locked into a long-term contract. They're not going to give him away for pennies on the dollar. Now, let's talk about the man at the center of all this, Zach LaVine himself. As of now, LaVine has not made any public statements regarding the trade rumors. However, sources close to the player suggest that he's not entirely surprised by the development. It's worth noting that LaVine has expressed frustration with the team's performance in recent post-game interviews. While he's always maintained his commitment to Chicago, there's a sense that he might be open to a fresh start with a new organization. If the Bulls do indeed move forward with trading LaVine, it will have a massive impact on the rest of the roster. Let's break down how it could affect some key players. DeMar DeRozan. Without LaVine, DeRozan would likely become the undisputed first option on offense. This could lead to an uptick in his scoring, but it might also make it easier for defenses to key in on him. Nikola Vucevic, the big man, could see more touches in the post and more opportunities as a playmaker from the elbow. His role in the offense would likely expand. Patrick Williams, the young forward, might finally get the opportunity to spread his wings. With LaVine gone, Williams could be asked to take on a larger scoring load and showcase his potential. Kobe White, the guard, has shown flashes of brilliance, and a LaVine trade could open up more minutes and shot attempts for him to prove himself. Trading away a player of LaVine's caliber is never an easy decision, but it could have significant long-term implications for the Bulls franchise. Here are a few potential outcomes. Rebuild versus retool. Depending on the return they get for LaVine, the Bulls could choose to enter a full rebuild or attempt to retool on the fly. The assets they acquire will largely dictate this decision. Cap flexibility. Moving LaVine's massive contract could give the Bulls more financial wiggle room to pursue free agents or take on salary in future trades. Draft capital. If Chicago can acquire multiple first-round picks in a LaVine trade, it could set them up for future success through the draft. Culture reset. Sometimes, a major trade can serve as a catalyst for a culture change within an organization. This could be an opportunity for the Bulls to reshape their identity. Trading Zach LaVine is a high-risk, high-reward move for the Chicago Bulls. On one hand, LaVine is a bona fide star in his prime, and those don't come around often. His scoring ability is elite, and he's shown improvement in other areas of his game. On the other hand, the Bulls have been stuck in NBA purgatory for a few years now, not good enough to contend for a championship, but not bad enough to land a high draft pick. Sometimes you need to take a step back to take 2 steps forward. If the Bulls can get a haul of young talent and draft picks for LaVine, it could set them up for long-term success. But it's crucial that they nail the return. A botched LaVine trade could set the franchise back years. Ultimately, I think exploring trades is the right move. The current core has had enough time to prove itself, and it's clear that something needs to change. But the Bulls absolutely cannot afford to rush into a bad deal. They need to be patient, wait for the right offer, and be prepared to keep LaVine if that offer doesn't materialize. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay up to date on all the latest NBA news and rumors, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an update.